Welcome to I'll Be the Judge.
Where opinions are bold, the vendor tea is hot, and the bridesmaids' dresses are questionable.
I'm Chelsey.
And I'm Cacie.
We are both wedding photographers who have seen it all.
From first looks to last call meltdowns,
Each week we're pulling back the veil
and calling out the trends, traditions, and totally chaotic moments in the wedding world.
Nothing's off limits. If it happens between yes and I do, we are judging it.
So grab a bevy,
Fluff your train, and let's get into it.
Hey, Elle Woods.
hello! Oh my gosh, let me turn you up. Let me
Louder.
drown my house out with the sound of our beautiful voices.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm sure that that's just what everyone wants.
It is. Apparently, listen, not to toot our own horns, but everyone's been in the DMs and we get it. Listen, life is busy right now, especially because I'm living in one place and Chelsey with all of her destination travels. I'm living in one place, but catching up work in a completely different country. So my schedule is number one, completely opposite of everybody here in Arizona. Because first of all, nobody gets married here in the summertime because it's too dang hot. But secondly, like I'm in like the busiest of busy seasons for Canada upcoming. And I told Chelsea this, saying it out loud, I feel like helps, but at the same time, while I say it, it's super, super scary because this is probably the busiest as far as travel and weddings go for me. Starting tomorrow, Thursday, September 4th, I begin traveling 10 days, 2 countries, technically 3 if you count. If you count America, yeah. So I go from from Arizona to Canada, Canada to Italy, Italy back to Canada, and Canada back to Arizona, all in the span of 10 days. I've got 4 weddings, 4 stunning couples. I'm so excited and I'm so stoked. Like there's nothing better than making it to this moment in my career that I've worked so hard for. Wedding weekends, I feel like I'm gonna love. I love connection. I love people, spending time with people. And I just feel like over the course of 3 days, you're going to get even closer than you have been before. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to boss some people around. I'm really excited to get insane imagery. I've planned out my drone shots. I'm flying out one of my favorite team members from Canada. She actually assisted in getting me, getting us to Italy as she did the couple's was engagement party. And I said, if you nail this, because I wasn't able to make it to Canada at that time, but I said, if you nail this, girl, guess who's coming to Italy with me? And she crushed it. She absolutely crushed it.
Crushed it.
So that's
I'm
my next few weeks. I'm really excited. But if, we decided today, we were like, we got to get something else in because I'm going to be MIA.
Yes, well, and I was at an event and someone cornered me in the best way possible. And she was like, when's the next episode? And it's like,
You've been hearing that a lot lately, though, right?
you see, yeah, people like to listen to us yap. I don't know why, but here we are.
A toot
You know,
toot.
look, we're professional yappers. We love it. We love what we do. I'm so stoked for your Italy travels. I'm excited for your 4 upcoming couples. You're going to crush it. It's going to be amazing. My fall season is also heavier than my spring season. So I'm gearing up here for a wedding weekend this weekend up in Northern Michigan, my favorite place on earth. Super stoked. I'm working on my creative direction planning this week to kind of help me prep, get in the right mindset for this weekend's wedding. And I'm so excited. And then I have a lot more travels this fall too. So we're squeezing these in where we can. And there's so much to catch up on. I feel like so much has happened in the
I
industry
know.
since we last recorded.
Yeah.
Starting with obviously Taylor Swift's engagement.
Okay, I feel like it should be known, first and foremost, Chelsey and I, okay, don't cancel us. Chelsey and
Don't
I
cancel us.
are not Swifties. Listen, not to say that we don't love her music. I think she produces I'm like the things that they play on the radio are things that I'm like, that's good for me. I'm not like a deep diver into the albums. If I can sing it, I'm good with that. However, everybody's met Lauren, our good friend Lauren, and she is a Swiftie. So we have gotten, obviously, the excitement around Taylor Swift's engagement. It's Taylor Swift. You don't have to be a Swiftie to be like, this chick is like an incredible, mad genius businesswoman.
Yes.
And we're like, Lauren, I think, has helped us sort of be even more excited about it just because all the questions that come up. Obviously, the wedding industry popped off the day that she announced.
Oh,
It's insane. So I just want to say that we love Taylor. Congratulations to her. Not that she's ever going to see this, but it is a very exciting time for the wedding industry. I think that there's so many questions, so many if, ands, or buts. My main question, I think we discussed this with Lauren, was who the F is going to, does this bleep things out by chance? Like if I were to swear, are we able to like go,
you know what? I don't know if that's a feature, but also I just love the F word, so leave it in. This is not for
okay.
children.
Okay. If I need to figure it out later, we can. But my question, my main question, my biggest curiosity is who the fuck is gonna plan it? I'm not even considering photography at this point. I'm like, who is planning it? And Lauren kind of gave us a little bit of insight. She's like, it's not gonna be anybody that it's gonna be somebody that she's used before. She trusts maybe like, I don't know, I don't want to say family friend, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be someone who plans under the radar events. She's obviously planned get-togethers before. We probably just haven't seen them. She hosts most everything at her individual properties where it's heavily secured. She protects her guests in her privacy really. She takes it very seriously. So I have a feeling she probably already knows someone to plan, but also she's never been married before. So she might be calling her friends in the industry like, "Hey, who planned your wedding and do you have any recommendations?" Because she hasn't been married before. This is a completely different arena for her. So
Totally.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Brian Raffinelli plans a lot of the is it the Chiefs? Look, I don't even know these things. The Chiefs.
Football?
The Chiefs. Football. Football? Score, touchdown, basket.
Pigskin? Basket? Whoosh? Swoop? No, what's it called? Oh my god, SOS. This is okay,
Um,
we're in the history we're in, okay? That's
look,
for other people to catch up on.
not my business. That's not my
But it
business.
is. Just like the back of my head, you know? If I missed a spot, that's your problem,
Going
not
on
mine.
back there, that's your problem. So I know Brian Raffinelli has planned a lot of the Chiefs events, and I know Chris, good friend of mine with Storybox Cinema, has done a lot of video for Chiefs. So I don't know. That could be a possibility, but that he's a
Oh,
little bit
I
more.
would love to see Chris on that. He is like he's
Chris is
crushing it
the only
lately.
option.
That's what I'm saying, and I mean, there are so many talented video people that we know. However, I just find that, like, because I personally know Chris, like, a little bit more than I know anybody else, I'm like, he's just a teddy bear. He's just, like he gets along with
Yeah.
everybody. He's so good at what he does. He's so professional. He just did, Hannah Brown's wedding, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
He's done
I would
a lot of high profile people. Honestly, for me, it just comes down to an energy thing. I feel like Taylor wants someone
totally.
that's lively, in touch. I really hope she goes with someone a little bit more emotion driven,
Yes.
authenticity driven as opposed to editorial. So
Totally
I'm
agree.
so curious to see what direction she's going to go. Is she
Same.
going to do it destination? Is she going to do it stateside? She's got houses in multiple different states.
I could
Personal,
totally see backyard, sailcloth tent.
yes.
Honestly, I couldn't even oh, I don't know. I was gonna say guest list. How many people do you think that I think it's gonna be like for her, intimate. Not saying in
Yeah.
general intimate. I think for her intimate. I think it's gonna be maybe 100 people.
Really?
Backyard. Yeah. What do you think?
My guess is under 220.
Okay.
Kind of feels big for us, but they know a lot of people. So my guess is 220. I think it's going to be in Rhode Island where she has a home
Okay.
because
Beautiful.
she's pretty vocal about loving like New England in that area. And also, I just feel like that's so her aesthetic. So my
Totally.
vote, backyard wedding in New England somewhere, definitely tented with 220 guests around her. But I don't know about vendor partners. My question is, do you think she's gonna take us along for the journey, or do you think she's gonna hard launch the wedding?
I think oh my gosh. I'm normally so like I think I know everything, and I'm like, "There's no fucking way." Like, this I truly just because number 1, I'm not a Swiftie, and I haven't, like there are things
Right.
that Lauren tells us, and I'm like, borderline Swifties are borderline stalkers, and I mean that in the most respectful way possible. You go
Heck yeah.
so hard for her. You know everything about her. I could maybe be that same way with Miley Cyrus. I feel like growing up, you were either a Taylor Swift girl or a Miley Cyrus girl. I was a Miley Cyrus girl, still am to this day, and I just
Love
feel
my
like even with my knowledge about Miley, I just still don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, and I hate not knowing. Like yeah, I would say, okay, I'm gonna give, and once it all comes out, we're gonna have to revisit this, and I want everybody else to like put in their votes as well. If you're watching, make sure you leave a comment on all of your guesses, who you think's planning, who you think's photographing, who you think, how many, let's do photography, video, guest count, location, planning. That's easy, right? Okay, so if you have
Yeah.
any guesses you're watching, leave a comment down below. I'm so curious what everybody else is gonna be. I have no idea, TBH. Like truly, 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 I'm gonna guess maybe same because I don't know all the locations of her house. East Coast would be beautiful. I think that does, from what I know of Taylor, match her personality. I think it's gonna be guest count. I think it's gonna be like, I don't know, man. Now that you say 220, it's got me second guessing things. I'm gonna say 140. 140.
Okay,
Which
I
I
can.
feel
That
like
feels
that's like an average American wedding, I feel like. 120 to 170, I feel like is fairly average. Yeah,
but Taylor Swift's not average.
but I do think that she is a very private, semi-private person because it didn't come out that she had been like engaged for a couple of weeks anyways. I don't know. See, I just don't know her. I don't know my
Yeah.
homegirl. I don't know. Maybe I need to do some more research, but yeah. So I'm so curious what's going to end up coming out.
I think it's gonna be, and I think it's gonna be next. Well, you got to think about football season. Is it gonna be a spring wedding?
I don't know, dude. She's somehow gonna make it. She's gonna go on another fucking tour, and she's gonna somehow make it happen while she's like on tour. I like she
Wow.
just she. I don't know what she's taking, but I need some of it because I've got Italy and Canada coming up, and I'm like, woo, I need a nap already. And this woman's doing tour after getting in the studio, writing songs, now planning a wedding. Her fiance is footballer. I'm just like this. It's a lot. I'm exhausted already.
It's a lot, and honestly, good for her. Good
Good
for
for
her.
her. Love that for
Couldn't
you.
be me.
Love that for you. Yeah,
Couldn't be me.
that would be absolutely sick if she did bring us along with it. Obviously, I think that people would eat that up, but I don't know. I think she's pretty private. So I hope that she does whatever's best for her and for Travis, and so, so stoked to see everything come to fruition for them.
Me too.
You do
Um,
you.
okay, Casey, let's take a hard left. So
Hard-
hard left.
I love a hard left.
We're going to do a mid-year hot takes because I feel like so much shit has gone down in the industry in the last like 6 months or however long since we first started this, where
Yeah,
things are like rapidly changing. So
I
we're
know.
gonna do just some quick. I'm gonna ask you your hot take. We're gonna give quick answers. And so sorry if you don't agree. Don't cancel us. Mhm.
Hey, this is our podcast, okay? We're allowed to say what we want to say. But again,
Not
easily
your
persuaded.
own.
If you have a different opinion, those are so welcome here. Open to what's it called?
Critical thinking.
No, it's okay. We're gonna move past.
I was reading. Okay.
Right.
Okay, okay. Champagne towers. Still love them or are they overdone?
Depends what we're filling them with. I recently saw a martini tower, loved it. The champagne tower, I'm a little bit over it unless it's done like super chic or there's something unique about it that's made it different than any other champagne tower I've seen in the past 5 years.
I only love it if the champagne and the glass fall and we get fun reactions.
So true, except you can't really plan that.
No. Well,
I mean, you could, but
what if I like throw a stick on my trip? Okay. I'll still fuck with the champagne tower. Okay. So statement florals and ceiling installations or any kind of big floral over the top addition to your wedding. Love them. Yes. Yeah, what is this?
this is yes in sign language.
Oh, I
That is
thought you were like, I thought you were revving a motorcycle.
I am. Yes. The more rev, the more I love. Yes, I am all for bigger, better, more, especially florals. If you've seen my website, if you've seen my Instagram, I am very florally forward. That is my one, if you know, aside from photography, that's my one splurge. I think if you have the smallest, simplest wedding, adding bushy, thick, dense, beautifully designed florals, it can make it look so chic. No one will ever convince me otherwise of that. So yes.
So yes for me, however, not at the expense of chairs. So I would rather my couples upgrade their chairs than their florals. So yes, but not at the expense of chairs for me.
Okay, I could agree with that. Just do
Okay.
both. Just literally do
Just
both.
do both. It's fine. You only get one day.
It's fine. It's
Okay. Tent weddings, ultimate luxury or logistical nightmare. I love a tent wedding. I do primarily tent weddings. Yeah, they are logistically 100% more challenging, 150% more challenging, but that's what your vendors are for. We'll take care of it. So,
Get the tent. Get the tent. I
get the
actually now I forget who it was. Somebody posted on their stories the other day, beautiful planner, of this teeny tiny little sailcloth tent. And I was like, I didn't even know that they came that small. I love that so
thank you.
much.
You're so cute.
It's so cute. It was giving, okay, respectfully, it was giving like Hobbit, like fairy tale, like Hobbit house. And I was like, I'm so into this. I'm so into this. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
cute. I'm obsessed. Okay. Velvet linens in the summer. Is this a bold choice or is this a sweaty disaster?
Sure. Why not? I'm all for different. So yeah.
I I sat at one at an event, an industry event, and it was hot as hell. And it felt like I was wearing a weighted blanket on my legs and I
Oh.
wanted to die.
I was gonna say that's kinda nice, but never mind.
Wasn't nice. It was 105-degree heat index. So I'm gonna
I'm
have to go practical over aesthetic on this one.
okay, wow. See, that's a bold choice. I'd say as
That's a
long
bold
as it
choice
goes
for
for the
sure.
aesthetics, do it.
Yeah. Well, maybe
I'm
it's
like
because I've
Kim
experienced.
Kardashian in fashion. I'm like, I don't care if you don't can't breathe. Just wear it. It looks sick. It's only like 3 hours. It's fine.
Okay, I'm out on that.
Okay, wait, I've got a good one. No kids allowed. Genius boundary or guest offending drama.
No kids. Kids ruin everything. I have 2.
I've got one, she's a fur baby, and she's perfect aside from a little bit of the growling, but also no children. I find that they just don't belong at weddings. No, as cute as
They're
they
convenient.
are. Have them come for the flower girl, whatever, and then get at it. Get out of here. Go take a nap. I don't know, whatever kids do.
Yeah, I'm out on that.
Live band or DJs? I know your answer.
Live and live music during, the wedding, and then after party DJ or a silent disco.
Ooh, okay. I'm not a huge fan of the silent discos.
I know
Uh,
this is where we differ, and I honestly can't get over it.
I feel like I've done like more than I anticipated in my entire career. Okay, I think it's been like 2, but that's enough. It's just not for I like to be I think it goes just back to like I want to be involved. I want to know what you're listening to. I want to know.
Wear the headphones when you're shooting them.
No, girl.
Oh my god. Okay, well, that tells me everything I need to
A
know.
lot of
It
times they don't have additional ones and I feel like vendor teams are last
uh,
to like
no, no,
claim
no.
one.
No, no, no. If you want me shooting a silent disco and, like, really get into it with you, I have to hear the
Yes,
music. It's part of
yes.
my process. I can't shoot a quiet ass dance
It's
floor.
weird.
Absolutely
It's weird. It's
not.
honestly, it's
Um,
super silly. It's super silly.
comfortable.
Yeah,
Okay, I hear you on that.
I hear you.
Next
I'm
time you
hearing you.
shoot
I'm
one,
receiving your information.
are you receiving because you need to grab a set of headphones. I can't do my job if I don't have a set of silent disco headphones, so,
So true.
um,
So true.
I
Okay,
see
this
why you don't like.
no, yeah, right? It makes more sense the way you're doing it for sure. This one kind of goes into me my well, both of us actually. 2-day celebrations, elevated experience or exhausting overkill.
Give me 3, 4 days. I don't care. Let's go. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I low key agree. Maybe different for me this weekend because I've got so many weddings back to back. However, once to a month, I could totally do. More is
Yeah.
more. As long as they're all unique and they're all intentional and it's for you guys, more. Do it. 2 days,
I
3
want
days. I love it.
someone I do too. I want someone to host like, either a brunch for the next day or an after party that's, like, wild jungle themed and just, like, tacky, but in the most elevated chic way possible, like, cheetah print and, like, big palm trees where, like, it's aligned with palms and you walk through it. It's this whole vision I have. I don't
Okay.
know.
No, I love it. I love it.
Steal that idea
Let
and
me know when we're
execute
doing
and
that. So true. Okay, first look, must do or overhyped?
Must do.
Anytime friends, clients, whoever it is, I tell them the exact same thing. I got two different opinions on this. I have a personal opinion and a professional opinion. Professionally, do the first look. Do the first look. It saves so much time. You'll be able to attend your full cocktail hour. I can't emphasize that enough. Personally, I think it's cute that you want to wait. Mind you, if you know that your partner is not going to cry, there's no point in skipping it. There's no point in building up all of that for like no emotional release because that's kind of the entire point of it. There's just so many other things that happen during a first look. You get more comfortable. One thing checked off the list. You get to enjoy your cocktail hour or the majority of it if you still got a few photos taken afterwards. I
Yeah.
lean more towards first look. Just do it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Also, just I wanna be with my partner earlier in the day, right? Like, I don't wanna wait until the end of the day and then all of a sudden all my guests need attention from me. Like, I don't
Right.
want that, right? Like, I
Right.
want to be able to be with my partner, have that time, and then you can be together and entertain your guests afterwards. And you get all the must-haves done and you get to just enjoy your day. And it really for us, Casey, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, it does kind of like
Make it
yes,
work
I
either
could
way.
I could work either way. Like this weekend doesn't have a first look. Like, am I gonna? Is it gonna be? I always talk about when there's no first look, that hour between ceremony and reception entrances is a marathon. I physically, at the end of that hour, feel like I have ran a marathon.
Yep.
However, I can get it done. For me,
Yep.
the reason why I suggest it is 100% for my couples.
Yep. Yep. I completely agree. Literally could not agree more. I think we said what we said and we stand by it.
That's what we
Uh,
said.
this
Okay.
this one came up actually. I had a WIPA event last week sometime. Amazing. Claps and snaps to everybody who put it on. It was so cute. And this got pulled up. We had a panelist member speaking. She was a content creator, and I know that this is like still very much so a hot topic as this is such a new service. Content creators at weddings, genius marketing or too many cameras.
So I want to be careful here because I have a lot of really great friends who are content creators and they do an exceptional job.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna give a little bit of a longer answer here
Okay.
because I think that content as a whole is getting out of control on a wedding day. It's
Agree.
seeming like every single vendor has their own content creation and their own content plans and marketing ideas, and at my root and at my core of who I'm a service first professional there for the client. It is not a marketing opportunity for me. Now, these photos do become marketing. That's the only way I can market my services is by the photos. That's quite literally what I do. However, I think that it is starting to be too many cameras. It is starting to be too many bodies in a room when it should be a little bit more of an intimate moment. I do think that there are some content creators who do this well and who are really respectful of the lead media teams and they're really like a guest with a camera and much more pulled back. But too many people don't know what they're doing. Too many people who decided to pick up an iPhone and say, "Oh, I could turn this into a career," without understanding the nuances and approach to a wedding day that you and I have been learning for over 10 years.
I could probably echo that. I At the same time, there is, whether we like it or not, room for everybody at the table. People are full-time YouTubers nowadays. Like you can make a job out of anything pretty much. I think I wish that there was I want to encourage film schools, photography schools, art schools to maybe start implementing classes or just somebody to start
Mm.
a course on etiquette. Honestly, this goes for every vendor team, as far media, I should say, because we're sort of all kind of circusing around each other, photo, video, things like that. If you haven't been doing this for that long, again, Chelsea and I've been in this industry for way too long, but not long enough at the same time.
Not long
Um,
enough. We do.
I absolutely love my job. Like there's nothing else I'm good at, I swear. But at the same time, I think that etiquette needs to be spoken about, whether that is, I mean, starting off just like getting on some of these calls, like planning calls beforehand, having a one-on-one with said content creator, whoever. I mean, I feel like the video teams and photo teams that I work with now are really good about that. We're pretty much all on at least the timeline call just to make sure that we're all on the same page. However, the etiquette needs to be there. I personally have not yet worked with a disruptive content creator, I think that for the most part, there is like decent knowledge around it. However, I'm with you. Service first, couples first. If this is something that they want, then obviously you got to make space. You got to make it work. There's, unless, I think that there's a lot of anxiety for people who've been in the industry for a long time, photo video teams specifically, who, before going into the day already have these like, are they going to get in the way? Like, I already have two team members, like this and that. What about my assistant? Like, who's going to respect who? I think just, this might not be the right terminology, but establishing sort of the hierarchy and like who is main priority for the couple, just couples priorities in general is so
Mhm.
necessary in order for content creation and media teams to move forward in a positive manner.
Yes, that was well said.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you. Um,
Um, Styled shoots.
okay.
Yay,
Feel like
nay.
feel like this one's also kind of always top of mind. I think the same as sort of what we talked about with Samantha Lean here a couple weeks ago. It was like a month ago, month and a half ago. It's fine, you guys. What is time? It is non-existent to me right now. Um, I think it goes with intention. Same sort of with posting Taylor Swift's, famous people, celebrity stuff on yours, claiming as your own. I think as far as what you choose to post and how you put it into perspective, as long as you're not making it seem like it's a real wedding. Just yeah, what are your intentions with it? Is it to get practice? Is it to work with other vendors? Is it to put something together for your portfolio that you see is missing? Freaking have at it, babe. Like if that's there for you, do it. I think there's literally you should never stop practicing what you are doing, whether that's taking your camera and going to photograph the classic bee or water droplet on a pedal. You know what I mean? Constantly
Yeah.
be doing that. However, I think it's a little bit harmful. And I think a lot of higher ups will tell you that it can be harmful if you are trying to sell it as a wedding. Just because there's just, you can tell, I think you can just
Can tell.
kind of see.
Well, I think that this goes back to our whole entire conversation with Molly McCauley with Make Pretty
Yes.
Workshops. I think
Yes.
that we really, not to beat a dead horse, but I think it really, really, truly comes down to how you use it. And are you using it for growth and purpose, or are you using it to try to be something you're not?
Yep. If you haven't seen that episode, go watch with Molly. She gives all the details about how to and how don't um styled shoots, editorials, things like that. It's
She
it's
says it better than we can. So let's
crucial
refer you.
information. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Public okay, this is a good one. Public pricing transparency. This is huge on TikTok right now.
I
And
know.
I actually don't really know where I stand with it. At
I
all.
don't I don't either. I actually don't even have an opinion and I go back and forth constantly.
Me too.
So I was actually just having a conversation with someone this morning that was sharing that she was wrestling with putting it up there, or even asking for what their budget is. And I took mine off because I realized, and I was even thinking about myself as a consumer when I hire someone for something that I've never hired them for before, or I don't know the scope or the scale of what a price could be. When I get asked my budget, I'm almost like irritated because I'm like, I don't know how much you cost. Like, I don't know what my budget is until I know what what are the offerings, what
Fair.
like, I don't know. And so I think for me, I took it off of there because I don't want a couple to get this idea in their head of what something should cost. And then they're like later on when they realize maybe what it is, they are like, well, they say, well, oh no, my budget's this. Well, is it though? Like, do you like, cause like, what are your priorities? So for me, I don't personally share publicly. You could ask. I mean, I don't mind. I'll tell anybody what I charge. But
Yeah.
just like there's, hotels charge different price for different seasons. My price is going to be different for a Sunday in December than it's going to be for a Saturday in September. It
Right.
just is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I
Right.
mean, that's a whole different I think pricing is a whole different conversation that we could do a full-blown episode on.
I agree. Yeah.
Transparency is that's so nuanced because it's not always just one your wedding, a 500-person I don't shoot 500 people weddings, but a 300-person wedding is different than a 150-person wedding. That toll on me is different. There's so many different ways to approach pricing that I don't think you can be transparent because no wedding is one size fits all.
Yeah, again, I I can appreciate where people are coming from, and I'm looking at you, Gen Z, because I feel like you started this. All right, you started it, and now we're here. Which is great. You know what? One thing about life in general is I love perspective. I love having my eyes opened. I think that it is so crucial. I think that that is a just a necessary life thing to like be open minded to other people, activities, just everything. I think that you are a better person when you are open to things like that. So I totally get it when Gen Z's like, I don't know how much my budget is. How much do you cost? Because obviously our cost is based off of what we think our worth is. That is going to be totally different to somebody who doesn't prioritize photo, just as an example. Doesn't
Right.
prioritize photo, hates being in front of the camera, doesn't want a lot of coverage, doesn't have many events happening. It's just a very standard, straightforward day, possibly even like an elopement where you only need 3 hours. Okay, well, my price for 3 hours, here's what I feel I'm worth it. If you don't find that that's worth it based off of what I have to offer you, that's fine. However, I do feel like what you said, you don't know what you don't know. So a lot of couples, I don't know if this is public knowledge to people who are wedding planning, but so many times, I don't want to necessarily say it's an upsell. I guess technical terms it would be, but you don't know what you don't know. You think you're going to spend one thing and then you get convinced to spend a little bit more because it adheres a little bit better to your priorities and, typically makes a little bit more sense. So, and that
Our
doesn't always.
value,
Right. It doesn't always happen. You could book, and if you only need 9 hours for whatever day, then you stick with that. But
right.
so many of my specific couples, and I try to be as flexible as possible, man, because I want to make sure that we're getting everything that you envisioned. And if I have to stay an additional hour on the wedding day, which happens so often, I'm going to be flexible. Here's my pricing for that. If you want to pay it, have at it. If not, I gotta go, and you gotta be okay with me missing, XYZ, whatever that may be, like the cake cutting or final
Yeah.
dances, which I never recommend. But yeah, I think that's where I
Right.
stand on that.
Yeah, it's nuanced. And I do think that, and let us know if you're listening, like even as a vendor or a wedding planner or whoever, please let us know if you prefer pricing transparency or
Yeah,
if you prefer it to be completely custom because, again, we operate from this place of no one really knows what other people are doing or how they're conveying their pricing or how they're pricing. So I think it's really, really hard when you don't know what everyone else is doing to know what the right thing is. So I'm
totally.
all I do is what's right for me and for my business and what I feel like um my approach to that is.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm also like totally willing to learn and somebody teach me something, if it makes or breaks, whatever. Anyways, um the next one
Yeah.
I really really like. I actually okay, for each of these I keep trying to like guess what I think your answer is going to be. I think I know what you're going to say and I'm going to start with that. Okay, so it's colorful wedding gowns, fresh and fabulous or trying trendy. I think your answer is going to be yes, but specifically done. I'm thinking of Meredith's wedding, and I think that if it's obviously like a gorgeous like designer gown, um, I think if it includes mostly white with a little color, that's your jam. I don't know how you would feel about colorful. Mind you, your website says differently. So,
Give me color. Yeah, no, give me color. Now, granted, I've never had a full blown different colored wedding dress. I like anything different though. Like I like
same.
anything my bride and or groom is bold. They are fun. They push the limits a little bit, but not too much. So I would say that my ideal client maybe wouldn't do a full colored wedding gown. I think that it would be pretty understated. I did have a bride last year wear a really soft blush pink Monique Lillier. So that was a colored wedding gown. It was
Right.
gorgeous. It was exceptional. And then Meredith and May wore a floral printed Monique Lillier. So I you can say I have a type and that's accurate.
I love
But
that.
what if someone showed up in, like, a red wedding gown?
What do you think my answer is going to be?
I think you're all in.
I totally am all in. Put on the fucking red dress. Make sure it's got tassels on it. Make sure it's got feathers somewhere. Like, as long as it fits the rest of the day, yes, I love anything You might say try hard. I say you're doing it right. Like, just go for it. The amount of times that more so specifically, I think with engagement sessions, I think I have a really hard time with what the general public thinks is timeless. And I think I have a different definition of what that is.
Yeah.
My couples are the trendsetters. They're not trying to sway anybody in any direction. If she loves the cheetah print wedding dress, she's gonna put it on. She's gonna slap some
And she's
cowgirl,
gonna rock it.
and she's
And
gonna
she's gonna
rock it.
rock
She knows
yeah.
that she's just the it girl, so she can get away with that. That
Yeah.
is what I love. Chloe, what's her name? Chloe, I don't know how to say her last name. What is it? Moretz? She just
Grace
came out.
Grace Moritz, is that what you're
Yes,
talking about?
just
Okay.
came out. The Vogue feature just came out. It's all over TikTok. Love. Is that style my favorite? No. However, that shade of blue is the creamiest, dreamiest, yummiest with the matching veil.
I
I
have to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know if I could probably pull it up. It's
I'll
stunning.
look
Just
it up.
go on Vogue. It's all over there. It was so good. And what I loved, the keyword is here, is she said it felt like her. She said it felt like her in a wedding dress. And I'm like, yes, yes, that's what we
At
want.
the end of the day, that's all I want.
All I
That's
want.
it. But I don't want someone so when it comes to this, I don't want someone to choose an attire because they feel like they should or they have to or they need to go traditional A-line because that's what they think they should do. I want you to choose something that is really truly you to
You.
your
It's
core.
your day,
And
babe.
yeah, and I think that comes down to knowing yourself and knowing who you
Totally.
are. And I feel like our couples, Casey, are both firmly rooted in who they are and they're confident and they know who they are.
Yes.
Um, that's my opinion on that.
I love that. No, I think I was a little bit surprised, but because I had already seen Meredith, I was like, no, and your website is like too fun and like there's color everywhere. I think my
Yeah.
website might be differently because I'm a bit more organic, but I mean, like, whip out the blue dress, babe. Whip it out if you love it.
With
Um, okay, another hard left. Yeah. Okay.
unplugged ceremonies, unplugged ceremonies, respectful or unrealistic?
Respectful. Rapid fire,
Respect.
respectful.
Yeah, get your fucking cell phone out of the shot. Disposable cameras on tables. Is this cute nostalgia or is this kind of overdone and cluttered?
Sure. I'm all for it. Whatever.
Let's not put them on the tables though. Let's put them in a basket by the dance floor. People can grab them on the way
I
in.
think that's probably better. Dance floor, I think from like your special people's perspectives, I think that's fun. Mind you, make sure they know how to work it because if that flash is not on, you ain't gonna be seeing any of those pics, babe. So just a little
And
bit of
just so everyone have to hold the flash button down as you're taking the shutter on the disposable cameras. If you don't hold the flash in the front, it won't fire.
thank you so much, Chelsea J. Barhorse,
And
for that.
also there is something called a recycle time, which means the flash needs time to recycle and recharge before it can fire again. So you can't rapid
It's not
fire.
gonna fire like our equipment is. It's not as costly. It's just it was manufactured for the average person. But I believe in you guys. You can figure it out. YouTube it really quick and then take the sickest pics on the dance floor for your couples. Um,
Honestly, I'm bored for that.
Sparkler exit. Still magical or officially done?
I never liked them. I'm
I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
That's unkind. That's unkind. I love the shots, and I think that if that's what you want, go for it. Personally, they're a logistical nightmare, and it's like herding drunk cats. And also, photos are really hard to take of sparkler exits to really nail exactly what you're looking for. There's so many variables going on there. How many sparklers? Is there enough light? What is the background light like? Are you going to come out quickly or make your guests wait? Like it's really messy.
Yeah, agree. Period. Point blank, point, point. Anyways,
Great.
bridal
Bridal
party matching
match
robe.
robes.
Cute bonding or
Yes.
cheesy Pinterest
No.
trap.
I think there's so many other cute outfits you could do getting ready than matching robes.
I'm over the robes. I guess if this is specifically for robes, I'm over them. Stop doing them. I don't think it's worth it. I think a PJ set. I'm like also semi anti-bride. Keep in mind, I am unmarried, never had a wedding, not remotely close to being engaged unless you're out there. Um I I don't love a ton of like monogrammed things. Number 1, last names change. Number 2, I don't know how I feel about that. Just leave the bride tribe off, leave the
Yeah.
back to the bride tribe. Why I'm getting
Why
PTSD.
why why is it still happening?
I don't know. Stop that. Stop it. Stop doing that.
Stop that.
I think if it's
I
cute,
think
I'm
that
thinking
there's really cute matching things that you can get that are not PJ sets
PJ
or
sets. PJ sets are a yes. I think the East Coast, okay, not to be not to have geographism, but I think the East
Uh,
Coast I think the East Coast really pops off with getting ready stuff. I just think that
I
they
would agree
know
with
what
that.
they're doing over there. I think everything is just so classy and yeah, I feel like I see a lot of PJs from them.
I love a really gorgeous oversized men's shirt, but like chic. I think that that's practical because you don't mess up your hair. I think that it looks really good. I think you can get really gorgeous ones that kind of match the vibe of the day. I just think that there's other options out there besides Etsy matching robes.
I agree, I agree, I agree. If you were doing this, there's no judgment. You do you, babe. It's still gonna look stunning no matter what.
Yep.
Overly choreographed first dances, sweet or cringe?
Definitely not cringe. I think
I
that
wouldn't say
if
cringe
that's what they
either.
want to do, not cringy at all. But make sure that you aren't looking like you're counting your steps. Because for us, like whatever you want to do is totally fine. But at the end of the day, what Casey and I's main goal is to get authentic emotion and reactions. And if you're so in your head about remembering the steps and counting the steps, then you're not going to be in the moment with your partner enjoying that first dance.
I think the majority of what Chelsea and I say for things is just making sure you're sticking to authentically you, knowing who you are, knowing what you're capable of, knowing what you can handle on the wedding day. It's a big day. As much as everybody wants it to be so candid and whatever, it's a production no matter what. Like there's a lot of things
mm,
happening, there's a lot of gears moving. Just I think we just are always so gung ho for just if it's going to take you out of being present or if it's going to give you anxiety or if it's going to be too much for you on the wedding day, don't do it. Or figure out a modified version that might meet halfway because it does
Right.
show up in your final stuff and we want to make sure that you look and feel your best. And if you're counting steps, your face is probably going to look something like this. Okay,
Yeah.
take a screenshot of any part of that 3 seconds and tell me how somebody's supposed to make that look, a little bit better. We want you smiling. Just, share some whispers. I don't know. Say something
Yeah.
sexy into your partner's ear and get them to giggle a little bit. Nobody can hear what you guys are saying. PS, like the music's so loud. So just do
Yeah.
something cute. But I'm all for a choreographed dance. I don't think
Yep.
it's cringy at all. Not
Just
even
be in the
1%.
moment.
Be in the moment. Do that. Okay, last one for today. Ceremony
Okay.
pets, adorable or a distraction central?
Don't hate me, everybody. Don't hate me.
Okay, I think
Like, I try to figure out okay, hold on. Okay, okay. My couples fucking love their pets, and I love that. It adds more stress. If that's important to you, do it. For me, I like things to be not like, where's the dog handler? Is the dog jumping on my dress? The dog is ripping the veil. Like, for me, I'm a little bit more high maintenance, so maybe not like love my dog, but she's gonna stay at home.
yeah.
But to each their own.
Okay, I am such a painful dog girl. I remember in
What?
college, the frat boys would all get puppies. Should they have had them? No, they still function as like 7-year-olds. However, did it work to get the girls? Yes. Was I one of those girls? Yes. Okay, you have a puppy, you're automatically an 8 if you're like a 4. You know what I mean? I am a sucker for a dog. I think at the same time, if your dog is not well behaved or unfriendly or just these are things that I find common sensey. I know the idea is so exciting and you literally could not bear like I'm the same way. Like I totally get it.
You can't get
However,
married without Winnie. Like, Winnie is gonna have to
ugh,
be at your wedding.
that is stressful. By the time I get married, it's gonna be on my deathbed. So Winnie, we'll see about that. Um, as far as just well behaved, if you got a good handler, if your dog's not gonna bark the entire time, 1 or 2 barks is cute. Don't get me wrong. However, the entire ceremony, just not. Yeah, I'd probably lean more towards no than yes, but I do fuck with a dog, you know what I mean?
You really do. And
Love a
here's
dog.
the thing, at the end of the day, you do you, we'll make it work, but
You will
it's a
make it
lot.
work.
It's definitely a lot more moving parts and definitely like you want to pad your timeline because the dog stuff takes a little bit longer.
Make sure you just get a planner. Tell your planner every single detail, everything you're thinking of. That way, when it
Yeah.
comes time for the timeline where shit really gets real and you are actually thinking logistically about how your day is going to move and how you're going to get from point A to point B to point C, all the way to Z. Is it realistic? Is it going to stress you out? Things like that. Um, you do you. Your day's going to be beautiful. This is why, people pay big dollar. You get what you pay for, I feel like.
You get what you pay. A
Your
thousand.
your team is supposed to take care of you and know how to handle every situation.
Yeah.
So again, from Chelsea and I, just do you, be authentically you. We'll make it work. We'll make it beautiful. We'll make sure that you are being as present as possible. I think is my closing statement.
I think that that really like any question we're asked, that's always our answer is just be you, make sure it feels right and live in the moment.
Yeah,
If those things happen, nothing else that goes wrong
it's
matters
gonna matter.
because we have your back. We're going to take care of you. But if you are there and embracing every single bit of it, then the photos are going to reflect
There are
that.
2 entries for today.
That's not, no, please don't do
That's so funny.
that.
My Siri was talking to me. Oh shoot! Now that I said her name, it's probably gonna pick. Anyways, um,
Oh, God.
yeah,
Okay.
love that.
Well, you guys, thanks for joining this mid-year rapid fire hot takes. We have a couple guests lined up for this fall. Honestly, it's just been hard to get people. People are producing wedding after wedding in August, September, October. So we have
So many
people on the
schedules.
docket. People
Yeah.
who want to come talk to you guys. But it's just a crazy time of year. So with that being said, Casey, enjoy Canada and Italy.
Thank you. Good luck with your wedding this weekend. We are going to do our best to make sure that we grind and get out some more of these for you guys because we genuinely love doing this so much. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I also wanted to add, if you're somebody who wants to come on, I'd love to hear from you if you've got a hot take. If you are pitching yourself, because I feel like we do have this a lot, which is so amazing. We're so thankful and grateful. The excitement around this has just been like so overwhelmingly beautiful. This was just something that honestly, Chelsea was like, we're doing it. Got all the gear. She was like, get your microphone. I was like, oh, okay. And we just started doing it because we have fun doing it. And I feel like for me, I feel like we are seeing that it's helping people and reaching out, and you guys think we're hilarious, which we are. So thank you for noticing. But if you are somebody who wants to come on, let us know. But have like sort of an idea of what you might want to talk about because we have so many
Mhm.
people who are like, put me on, and we're like, okay.
What do you want to talk about? Yeah.
What do you want to
Yeah.
talk about? We put so much
Yeah.
love and effort into these, and we try to choose people who we find might like have a really good insight on all of these topics and be like the best to give information. But we would love to hear from everybody, and if you've got something good or juicy that you want to share, we would love to hear from you. So again, leave a comment if you're on YouTube. I don't know if you can leave a comment on
DM us.
Spotify.
You can leave comments on Spotify.
Okay.
DM us or email us, but make sure that you just say, hey, this month I'm available. This is the topic I want to talk about.
Yeah.
We just have too many people floating in and out with like, I want to be on. But just let us know and let us know what you want to talk about. And come on, let's talk, you guys.
Come on. I think the next time we might do a little wine and dine, perhaps, maybe a little charcutes, maybe some snacks. I don't know. We're open.
I tried to convince Casey to get a glass of wine today, but we're recording a little early in the day. So that maybe next time we'll do an evening recording.
I'm so
Happy
down.
hour. Let's do a happy hour.
Happy hour. Wait, we totally need to make this work, and we'll do some like pre. No, I guess not. Never
You
mind.
trying to
Scratch that.
pregame?
No, I was gonna say, I was thinking we were gonna go on live, which I do think is something we should potentially
Oh, we
do.
should go live.
I feel like people would love that. That way we can like launch it and be
We
like,
do
grab
a
your
live
phone.
Q&A.
Yes. Wait, this is so smart and terrifying at the same
Okay.
time. But I feel like we could do wine. We can put a little PSA, grab your
Yeah,
wine, grab your snackies. We're doing it at this time. And I feel
yeah.
like just having a little chat would be so fun. We're gonna have to figure out how to do that.
We have to make sure we have guaranteed people so we don't show up to an empty room and look like we don't have friends.
So you guys have to subscribe, like, comment,
Have to
subscribe.
come.
I was gonna say admission is $5. It's free. Just kidding. It's totally free.
Cover
Ju-
charge.
You just have to BYO charcutes or snack,
Love it.
whatever.
Love it.
Okay,
Or snack.
we got to move on with our day. Chels, love you
Yes.
so much. I will text you, I'm sure, shortly.
I'll talk to you in 3 minutes.
Bye.